All right, so we are going to move on to night 19, and we are going to talk about Mayu Iwatani, my pick, versus Momo Watanabe. Okay, so I have said on here in the past, I have not been a fan of Momo Watanabe, Starlight Kid, and Saki Kashima in this tournament for some of the outside interferences that come. Barring the outside stuff that did happen in this match, I thought this was a wonderful match. Like this is the best I've seen Momo Watanabe work the entire time, including the stuff with the wrench. It was one of the first times I didn't hate the wrench coming into it and truly affecting the end of it, because she did get the, as they call it, the spanner, but it's a wrench to us, at least here in Canada and North America. But, she put it in, and the up kicks. Like, I know it's behind, like it's selling like she's getting kicked in the face with a wrench. It's behind a kick pad, but that still can't feel good for either woman, because that's a solid piece of metal you're kicking into somebody's face, and that's a solid piece of metal being driven into your shin when you connect with somebody, because the up kicks look pretty dang brutal. But I was very impressed by both these women. Mayu went for a suicide dive, but Momo ended up cracking her with a chair. But I was like, what the hell? I was like, why didn't the ref call it? But I just noticed in the background right after she hit her that one of the members of Oedo Tai was up on the other side of the ring distracting. I was like, oh, okay.
Rina,
they're actually protecting the refs in this and not making them look stupid like some of the times in New Japan. Still love that company, but there's some times they really screw with me on that stuff. But in the end, Momo stops a crucifix bomb and then gives her the up kick to the head with the wrench in the boot, and then hit the Peach Thunder, which is the half Nelson driver, and gets the win. Like, just, I thought wonderful contest from both women.
I actually have to agree. This was actually the highest rating match I had in a little bit for someone from Oedo Tai. The jump start at the beginning, I mean, House of Torture stuff, this is exactly what we expect out of Oedo Tai. I also noted there was a point where the Starlight Kid actually pulled Mayu's feet right in front of the ref. The ref was just standing there looking at her and doing it. And I was like, come on, this is an automatic disqualification. That was the only time, though, that I saw the ref actually seeing everything. Everything else, as you mentioned, was being protected by the other people kind of working in the match. But you're absolutely right. At the end of that match, Momo beat the absolute hell out of Mayu Iwatani, and she earned that win 100%. That was actually an incredible match. It wasn't House of Torture.
No, it unlike the House of Torture, which starts with crap and then just keeps staying crappy for what they end up doing and all the crap they do. They kept the outside interference at the beginning, and then with the chair shot, like selling it, doing it properly. That way, you still got a good quality match. Momo, I'm appreciating her more and more as this tournament has gone along, and I see her, from what I have heard, how good of the professional wrestler quality she had exuded before going the Oedo Tai route. But I really, really enjoyed this match.
I as well.
We are going to move on to, there we go, the next match that Mel picked for night 19.
Yes, this was an incredible heavy-hitting power match. Tam Nakano versus Utami Hayashishita. But let's just give credit where credit is due to Miss Queen Hayashishita there. Holy man. Not only is she a captain of Queen's Quest, she is the captain of the karaoke team. She introduced this match by singing along with Tam Nakano's song. She's absolutely,
that was
absolutely butchering it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, but I've never actually seen an opponent sing the song as the other person comes out. And I just made me laugh when I'm watching, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, I don't watch a lot of the entrances. I usually skip through them a lot. But once I saw when I was hit this point and I see Tommy singing, and I'm like, I gotta watch this. And it was a mind trip, man. Like,
and that's exactly the point. And that's what makes partially why Hayashishita is my absolute favorite female wrestler right now. She knows how to mess with people in the same way that Tetsuya Naito knows how to mess with people. Naito's just a lot more casual about it. Hayashishita is obviously a little bit more eloquent about it. With this match, like I mentioned, huge back and forth with these two. There was Germans back and forth with the Germans.
German,
German suplexes are one of my personal favorites.
Because I think it was one. So they hit a German, then the other one hits a German, then the other one hits a German, then the other one hits a German. It was back like holy crap. And then Utami hit a bridging German for a 2 afterwards. It's just like holy crap.
And I gotta say, like, Germans, for the simplicity that they are one of my favorite moves to see in professional wrestling, because there are so many different varieties that you can do with them, and you can make them look a lot cooler, a lot not cooler, that you can kind of almost add your own touch of flair on them. At the end, Utami pins Tam Nakano with what she calls the jack bomb.
The high jack bomb,
Yeah, that's
spinning razor's edge.
And then what I appreciated afterwards was Tam doing her little pose at her, and the little joust they had afterwards, where Tom was trying to convince Utami to kind of be that fun-loving thing again, but Utami was like, "No, we're done. Our match is done. I'm back to serious Utami."
And then if you actually watch the camera of Tam leaving, the face went right back to the same as the night before after facing Suri, because again, she's at 14 points at this point. Had she taken the win and went to 16, I think 14 to 16. If she had been at 16, she would have had to have lost and then somebody won to beat her in a tiebreaker on the final and be somebody who had the win over her earlier on to point against her at 16. And then a draw would have guaranteed her a win on the finals. That was where I really looked at it, and you can see her on her face again selling that I couldn't lock it up kind of look on her face, and it was like heartbreaking. Like the facials that Tam Nakano does, her and Natsupoi, they're just like they have such good like ability in their face to like make you like hurt for them. It just
breaks your heart.
Yeah, it very much does. So before we move on to night 20, we are going to talk about what was the main event of the evening, and that was the three-way match for the high-speed championship. Azumi, the current high-speed champion, taking on former high-speed champion Hazuki, and the creepiest person who will haunt my dreams for the rest of my life, Fukigen Death. I don't know how to say it. Fukigen Death. But like
Fukigen Death.
That image right there is going to haunt me till the day I die. The match that I watched, her in that match will haunt me till the day I die. Like legitimately, it bothers me. Like it's just creepy in my opinion. Sorry to say.
Stood by the ideal and the idea that Oedo Tai is not really like a group of bad people. It's almost to me like a venom symbiote. It's a
group of bad gimmicks is what you're saying.
It's almost like a bad entity that takes over your being and makes you an evil version of yourself. I think that Fukigen Death was probably a happy clown before joining Oedo Tai. To see her come in with Oedo Tai, though, I'm creeped out by clowns myself. I'm not particularly okay with them. But she adds an element of entertainment to it, especially when she's like kind of coming out in the dog collar with Saki Kashima.
Yeah, Saki like
with the
leading her to the
newspaper.
ring. Yeah,
Yeah, she
very.
comes out
It
and kissed
very much.
people.
It would very much felt like well, it was a guy part of. He was part of Suzuki Gun. He had the iron fingers.
Iska.
Iska. Yeah, it reminded me of Iska because again
Mhm.
they brought him out on the chain. I feel like this
The only thing
character
he
is.
doesn't do is bite.
I feel like this character is kind of a tribute in a sense, like the way they're doing the character, presenting it in the being led to the ring. I think it's a tribute to Ishka. Like I really do.
Mhm.
It's
And
very similar,
and she's
somebody
such
that
an incredible
changed their character
wrestler on top
completely.
of that.
Yeah, because again, from everything I've read, Fukigen Death was a great wrestler and character who went crazy and became this. And the same thing happened to Ishka. He was a great wrestler who went crazy and started playing with iron fingers.
I mean, we're
But
not gonna question these people's life choices.
but I do have to say there were some promos at the beginning of this, and like I was thinking it was Azumi saying this is the second time all three have faced off in a match for this title, and it's Azumi's 7th title defense. Hazuki says she wants to win, and was it Fukigen Death said death to high speed, death to high speed, death to high speed? I think that's all she said. So
She's a special one, that one.
yeah, she's an interesting character, but like again, this match lived up to the high speed what it's called, the high speed. It was fast. It was like there was always at least two people in that ring just going, and like I've got notes after notes, just some of the great stuff. Like there was some great dives to the outside, and so like there was a great double knee face buster by Hazuki, and then to both of them, and then get the crossface on Azumi. There was this they tried, I think it was they tried to do that's in the next show, but there's just some really good stuff. There's like I love Azumi using the La Mystica, where it's the tilt-a-whirl into the armbar. Like she does it so beautifully. She does it better than Sin Cara or whatever the hell he's going by now. She does that far better than he ever did. Oh yeah, but like, in the end, Azumi does retain the championship with the Azumi Sushi, and yeah, it's and after the match. Yeah, after the match, Hazuki, she got a chance to talk, and she said she congratulated her on getting another win, and she hopes that Azumi can actually get the break the championship record. I don't honestly know what the record is.
I don't know,
but there's I guess there's a record for defenses that Hazuki said she couldn't quite break. So it must be a decent record. If they're talking about maybe she might break it, maybe she might not. So
we'll have to look into that. Get back to you guys.
I'm literally looking into that right now.
There was a little bit of interference at the end there. Obviously, Oedo Tai being House of Torture, getting involved in there. But again, despite the interference, Azumi was able to kind of overcome those odds.
9 by Mayu Iwatani. So Azumi's only 2 defenses away from tying it, and 3 defenses away from breaking it, essentially. So and Hazuki made it. Hazuki made it to 8. Is where she came up short at getting the record. But yeah, and then afterwards you had Utami come out along with who they said. Utami and Sayaka Matami came out, and they won a challenge with Azumi for the Artist of Stardom Championship. If I understood that right, because they the 3 of them won a challenge for the Artist of Stardom titles against Oedo Tai.
Yeah, Kamitani couldn't come out because she got wrecked by Julia the match before. But yes, they did challenge with Kamitani's name in there.
Yeah, they did say they did mention her. So like I that's like I can't see them not winning because it's an incredible team. Like you have the former World Star champion Sayaka Kamitani. Isn't she the current Wonder champion? And Azumi the high speed champion. How do they not beat Oedo Tai? Like if they don't, I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be a little hurt inside.
It's gonna be the team of Queen Quest 2 belts.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, right? Well, at least for 2 of the 3 of them, because Tommy doesn't have nothing else. But yeah,
that could change.
We are